Hi, you're watching Floyd Steinberg's YouTube channel. And as said in the video's title, you need to change this setting on your Donner MEDO today. At least if you want to use it as a polyphonic multi-timbral synthesizer expander. So if you think that's interesting, or if you want to know about the Donner MEDO a little bit more, please join me in the next minutes in this video. Here we go. In case you don't know, the MEDO is a mini groove box with 5 tracks: drums, bass, chords, lead and a sampler and a simplistic sequencer that lets you overdub one track after the other for capturing simple musical ideas. But in this video we want more. So in one of my previous videos where I ranked tiny sequencers, I said that the Donner MEDO doesn't live up to its potential. And by and large I stand with that statement, but there's one thing you can do to improve the situation. So all you need to do is open the Donner app and then change this setting here. Once you've done that, every instrument on the Donner MEDO has its own fixed MIDI channel. And you can now take advantage of this in using a DAW or hardware sequencers. For example, here I'm using a Reaper set up to channel 1, 9, 10, 11 and 16 for lead, bass, drums, sampler and chords accordingly. Alternatively, you can use a hardware sequencer like the Pico Tracker here. I've set up 4 instruments for MIDI playback and entered drum, bass and chord tracks. For this to work, you need a USB host sitting between these 2 devices. By the way, it was Max, one of the creators of the Pico Tracker, who had a chat with Donner's product support and found out about the meaning of the MIDI settings. So, thanks again! If the MEDO is connected to your computer, you can figure out its CC numbers by opening a MIDI monitor, for example this webpage, midimonitor.com. Here we find out that the MEDO sends mod wheel or CC1 on tilting, CC74 on shaking the device, channel aftertouch information on applying pressure and pitch bend on sliding your fingers on the keys. In the MEDO synthesizer app, we can now create some sounds for the bass, the chords and the lead. I've made an EP-like sound here for the chords that can be sustained and used as a synthesizer pad as well. The bass sounds kind of electric and the lead sound is a pulse wave. The drum kit can be downloaded in the Donner app. The one I'm using here is the Trap Kit. As you can see here, the MEDO synth engine has 2 oscillators. It can do the usual synthesizer stuff like filters, envelopes and some very basic delay and reverb, but you can also change the wave shape with an envelope or by assigning a control to it. That means, for example, if you tilt the device, the sound will change. And that's what we'll do here. I'll assign some destinations to the 4 possible hardware controls. And with that, let's go into the DAW. Setup is like this. The MEDO is connected to my computer over USB-C. This is the MIDI in port. Then audio out of the MEDO goes into the audio in of my Zoom R4, which is working as an audio interface that once again is connected to my computer by USB-C. I'm using a Reaper here and the MEDO is connected to my computer over USB. The MEDO shows up as a MIDI device, so let's activate it and create 5 tracks for drums, bass, chords, lead and samples. Let's start with the chords. The chord track on the MEDO is 4-voice polyphonic, so we can play some jazzy chords. Using the MIDI controls we found out about earlier, we can now create some filter sweeps and glitches. Right, let's add some drums and bass and lead, and this doesn't sound too bad. This already doesn't sound too bad, but I'll record now one track after the other, so I can apply external effects, compressors and other stuff on them. Yeah, and that's it for today. Using the Donner MEDO as a multi-timbre polyphonic synthesizer with external hardware or software sequencers. So if you think this was a good YouTube video, please do the YouTube thing. Seeing the subscriber numbers grow makes me happy and keeps me motivated to push out a new video every week or so. You can also support me on Patreon or become a channel member, or listen to my music on Bandcamp and Spotify. I noticed you don't hate my music. There are YouTube stats which show that most of you skip right to the music parts of my videos. As always, thanks for watching and see you again next week. Bye bye.